of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Give you a second, Kelly, or you tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Covert.
Here.
Crowner.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Lees. Here. Young.
Here.
Okay, we have your agenda in front of you. I would like to move item number 14 to item number 1, since we have our our officer with us. And so I would make that amendment into the agenda.
Motion to approve is amended.
Support. Motion and support. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. So we'll go to the consent agenda. We have 9 items on the consent agenda. I would entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve is presented. Support.
Motion and support. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. So we'll go into our council and staff reports. Greg?
Let's see, our Public Works, they're doing some training. Jetting will continue next week, as well as vacuuming intakes, getting equipment ready for snow, unfortunately. Engineering projects, they're looking at the week of the 9th through the 16th of December to do likely an in-person presentation of all those engineering projects. So I'll be looking to coordinate with the students on that. Like to get as many people there as possible. Notify me, but did a brief post on Facebook again. If you can encourage people to sign up for Notify Me on the website, there's a ton of things that they can sign up for, information related to the city. Email or text comes right to them. And, it's a great way to get information about the city, so I'd like to continue to encourage people to sign up for Notify Me on the city's website. And there's a number of categories. You can sign up for everything, you can sign up for one thing, but whatever your interest might be. And we'll continue to add items to that page. The wellness program is wrapping up on the 15th, and we met with Tara. We're going to bring the new program to council in December. The Comp and Zoning Steering Committees met on Monday, had a good session. Superintendent Wester and I had lunch last Thursday. Good discussion, talked about having coffee on a regular basis, just to get together and continue those conversations, and also talked about getting the school board and the council together as well. Attended Iowa Municipal Attorneys Association, CLE, last week, and was liked it to the board there as well. Not much to do there. Mainly get ready for the meeting for next year. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Go to police then.
Okay, a couple things. Our squad cars should be finishing up here this week up at Carl Chevrolet. The last thing I'll have to do with it is get the striping, the police symbol on it. Then it should be ready here in the next couple weeks. And then on the fire department side is we're going to start the stocking drive for Toys for Tot. We've done this for the last several years. Well, we've been doing Toys for Tots, helping them out for over about 15 years now. And ever since COVID, when the money went way down, we came up with the stocking drive for them, and last year we raised $15,000 for local Toys for Tots for what we do with the fire department, and plan on starting that again here in this week with Black Friday coming up, and then the Toys for Tots Semi-Love will be out there at Westland Mall the first Friday, Saturday in December, and we always assist them with going out shopping after we collect all the money, and then plus the donations they get out there. So it's a real popular thing at the fire department. They love doing it, and the community has really supported us in this. So we appreciate everybody's help, and you'll see us out again.
Thank you. Anything, Kelly, from you?
Nope.
Okay. Finance? Nope, all right. Council members? Melanie?
Just a couple things. One, this Friday, the University of Iowa Sustainable Student Committee will be doing a bike data collection event this Friday in West Burlington and Burlington, and it's some special bike that collects data that they'll drive around and stuff. So it should be interesting, and it'll help inform decisions going forward. It's part of the whole Sustainable Community Initiative. To Greg, any update on the senior housing? What can you share with us? How's it going? It looks cool from the outside.
They have a waiting list, but they have not started leasing yet. They're not, they have rooms or apartments available for rent. They typically wait until they're a little bit closer to completion, and then Joe, the gentleman that works with Chris Hales, has a communications and marketing team that hits the ground running. They've got it down pretty pat, is what he was saying, and they'll get the word out at the appropriate time. So they do have a waiting list. If people are interested, they can certainly call, but they will get that up and running here a little bit closer to completion.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep.
And then just shout out to everybody who participated in the Veterans Day celebrations on November 11th. The ones I was part of or got to attend were nice. The school did a real nice job, a lot of participation, and Stars Cave had a nice activity out there too. So just thanks. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Therese?
No, I'm good.
Okay. John?
I'm good.
Thank you. Andy?
Three really quick things. Number one, just to thank Stacia for her time here at the city. It was a great help to me during 4th of July things, and just a nice smiling face coming in the door. So, number two, the CVB chamber thing I've talked about a few times. If we could go ahead and get that on the next agenda to nominate somebody to take on that role for next year. And then number three, just to bring up a topic for future conversation, is the sewer jetting. I had 4 people call me that had issues of sewage backing up in their toilets and sinks, and I think that's becoming a little more than just a communication issue. It's almost, we need to have some kind of protection there, as one of them described. It blew the clean out clear off their sewer, and they had to go clean toilet paper out of their yard. So I don't know the answer there, but I thought this new jet truck was going to solve some of that. So if we could just put that on there for a discussion with Public Works at some point about how maybe we can solve some of those issues, so they're not sitting down on wet toilets. That is all. Thank you.
Just a couple things, Your Honor. I'd also like to thank Stacia for her years of service. Very loyal employee and very dedicated, and it's going to be difficult to replace her. And I know Thanksgiving's coming up next week, and I hope everybody has a safe Thanksgiving out there.
Thank you.
And Mayor, if I could back up, same here. I think Stacia's going to be missed, and I just want to say thank you to her. Yeah.
Look forward to any community reports or council, interested parties, and citizen inquiries? No? All right. With that, we'll move into a public hearing. So I need to have a motion to open the public hearing.
So moved.
I don't think we need a motion to
Don't
open
need any
it.
motion? All right. Well, then in that case, we will...
You can open it, Albert. You can just
I'll
open
just
it.
open the public hearing on this. We have a hearing on proposed plans and specifications, proposed form of contract, and engineering's opinion of probable costs for the proposed Spring Street water main replacement project in the city of West Burlington. If there's anyone here to speak on that. Seeing none, I will go ahead and close this public hearing. And we will go on to number 2, council holding a public hearing on granting Eastern Iowa Light and Power Cooperative a non-exclusive 25-year franchise to supply electric energy to the city of West Burlington and implement a franchise to be paid to the city. Open that public hearing. Seeing no one, I will now close that public hearing. And we'll go to number 3. We have a public hearing on a proposed economic development support agreement with the Greater Burlington Partnership. Open that meeting. Seeing no one, I will close that meeting. So now at this point, we have moved into new business. I would consider a resolution approving the proposed plans and specifications, proposed form of contract, and engineer's opinion of probable cost for this.
Mayor.
Your Honor, I think we moved
moved it.
14 to 1.
Thank you for correcting me. I will go to number 14, which is now number 1. We consider a resolution hiring Jace Marshall as a police officer.
So moved.
So moved, second.
Jason's here. We've had to hold a couple hiring test dates and finally found somebody that was a good fit for us, and been in the military, graduated from here within Burlington area, served several years in the Army, and is in the master program right now at Western Illinois University since he got out of the military. So he's been very busy since then, and he's tested around from a couple other police departments, and he got passed up just because they found certified officers. So we're lucky to have somebody living here in the area, been here his whole life, minus the time that he was away on the military, and getting excited to get started.
Thank you for being here.
What was your MOS in the military?
Infantry,
Infantry?
11 Bravo.
Was he active duty or
yeah, 6 years.
6 years active duty?
Well, Jason, I've heard many good things, so welcome aboard. You arm wrestle? Do you arm wrestle? You look like an arm wrestle.
He's looking for competition. I'll call for a,
Jace, what keeps you in the area?
Family?
Family?
Yeah, mainly. All my family's still here.
Good. Well, hopefully that'll keep you here for a long time. Thanks for applying.
call for a roll call.
Crowner,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lees,
Aye.
Young,
Aye.
Covert.
Aye.
Motion carries. Congratulations.
Welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
Do we have a swearing in at another point? Is that,
Yeah, we'll do a swearing in.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jason.
Now we will go on to our next item of new business, which is the consider a resolution approving the proposed plans and specifications, proposed form of contract, and engineer's opinion of probable costs for the proposed Spring Street water main replacement project.
Motion approved.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion on this? If not, I would call for a roll call vote.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lees,
Aye.
Young,
Aye.
Covert,
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Motion carries. Go on to our next item. We consider a resolution awarding the contract for the Spring Street water main replacement project in the city of West Burlington, Iowa.
Motion to award to the local boring company of Solon, Iowa.
Or
Motion and support. Any discussion?
Engineer reviewed the bid. Everything met the requirements. They're recommending the low bidder. Included in your packet were their original estimates with and without replacement lead line, service lines. The bid came in lower than expected, so hopefully we'll save some costs and get a good project. So I have not worked with this company's, neither has Chase, so this will be a first for us.
Roll call, please.
Lees,
Aye.
Young,
Aye.
Covert,
Aye.
Crowner,
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay. Consider the first reading of an ordinance granting Eastern Iowa Light and Power Cooperative a non-exclusive 25-year franchise to furnish and sell electric energy to the city of West Burlington and require Eastern Iowa Light and Power Cooperative to pay a franchise fee to the city.
Motion approved. Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion? If not, I'll call for... Yes.
They have 38 to 42, somewhere around there, homes within the city limits, so it's just really more of a fairness factor to ensure that all residents are covered by the franchise fee in the city limits. And so they serve a small portion of the community.
The line customers.
Alliance. Right.
Yes.
Right.
I don't need to have a roll call on this one, do I? Yes. I do? All right.
First reading of.
First reading? All right. Roll call then.
Young,
Aye.
Overt,
Aye.
Crowner,
No.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lees.
Aye.
Motion carries. The next one, considering a resolution approving development agreement with the Greater Burlington Partnership authorizing annual appropriations, tax increment payments, and pledging certain tax increment revenues to the payment of the agreement.
Motion approve.
Support.
Motion and support, thank you. Any discussion, or shall we just go to the roll call?
This simply creates the debt to collect the $6,000 or $30,000 commitment that the city council made for the next phase of the capital campaign for Greater Burlington Partnership.
Let's call a roll call then.
Overt,
Aye.
Crowner,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lees,
Aye.
Young.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, we consider a quote from ACCO to replace the swimming pool heater.
Motion approved.
Support.
Motion and support. Discussion? Nope.
Wish we didn't have to do it, but
We didn't either.
it's probably that or close the pool, so we might have to do it.
He had
Okay.
like almost twice as much as
Check valves.
that's the heater. That's the check valves.
You only have the heater on? You only have the heater on though?
No, I got
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I don't have to have a roll call on this one.
Greg, how old's the heater that's in there? Was that the original
My understanding
heater?
is It's original. Just to be clear, it's the heater, the check valves, and the
His memo has all.
trip hazards per the memo.
But here it's separate.
And oh, you're gonna do them separate on there.
It's
But,
separated
yeah,
out on these.
The heater is separate. Excuse me, was my understanding original, as are the check valves to the project.
Okay.
So the original one lasted quite a few years, 30 years plus, something like
It
that.
was 2007 or 8, I believe, around there.
$3,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, all opposed? Motion carries. So then we'll go to the quote to replace the 6 check valves at the swimming pool.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion and support. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. All right, so then we go to a quote from Thrasher Foundation Repair to lift settled concrete and repair cracks to the sidewalks at the swimming pool.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion and support.
This is the best concrete bid I've seen in a couple of years.
Yay.
Their lift settled.
I know, still.
Still the best concrete.
There's a 0 added on every time I have somebody do work.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 9, consider approving the State of Iowa Annual Financial Report for fiscal year 2023-2024.
Motion to approve.
Motion and support. Thank you.
I didn't hear who said that.
That was John. Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, we are considering approving the street finance report for fiscal year 2023-2024.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion and support. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Consider approving an annual urban renewal report for fiscal year 2023-2024.
Motion to approve. Support.
Motion and support. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. All right, so we're going to consider amending resolution of 2024-47 to correct the payment amount and date of payments for funds being obligated from the incremental property tax revenues for the appropriation to the payment of an economic development payment obligation, which shall come due in the next succeeding fiscal year to Greater Burlington Partnership.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion and support. Discussion on this item?
Greg, you want to explain it a little bit?
Greg, the question.
Andrew was going to talk about it, I think.
So with this,
Catching up here.
with the TIF, so I filed the TIF for the county, it's not gonna be payable till 25-26. And then 25-26, it's gonna be $6,000 that we're gonna, give to them every year. And so, in order for me to file that with the county, we have to do the economic development agreement and then amend the resolution, because the resolution we did previously was for 5,000. Because we didn't have the economic development one until we approved it this evening, so. Did I answer your question?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, in that case, let's call for a roll call.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lees,
Aye.
Young,
Aye.
Colbert,
Aye.
Crowner.
Aye.
Motion carries. Consider approving an annual tax increment financing report, approving the annual tax increment financing report for fiscal year 2025-2026.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion and support. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. All right, number 13, or 12, this is actually number 14. Consider advertising for police administrative assistant position.
Motion approved.
Support.
Motion and support. Any discussion on this?
As you know, we had a recent retirement. The city budgeted for 2 part-time positions, 29 and 20 hours. Staff is recommending a 40-hour position in lieu of the 2 part-time positions for better coverage, cross-training, communication, and given the nature of the work involved. Originally, this was a full-time position that was taken down to a part-time position. And in order to get the work complete, it's our unanimous recommendation that this be a full-time position at this point.
With that said, I just wished we would have went ahead and went with what we were talking about earlier, hired 2 part-timers, and then we wouldn't have had the other expenses of full-time. So.
Okay. I'll ask for a voice vote on this. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed?
Nay.
Motion carries. That clears our new items of business. Do we have any citizens' inquiries? Seeing none?
Question? Was the item tabled or to the end of the meeting or to the next meeting?
Next meeting.
It was tabled to the next meeting.
4-6.
Yeah.
That's true, we do, you
There
do.
was that caveat.
There was that caveat. Okay,
It's up to council. I just
yeah.
Next meeting.
clarified before
Next
the action.
meeting, next meeting.
Aren't you gone next meeting?
Yeah, I am.
Are you
I
gonna,
can call in.
I was gonna say, are you gonna call in?
I can call in. I'll be able to call in.
Okay, well then, in that case, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
In support. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are now adjourned.